Happy birthday to you. Oh,
Good morning, guys. Good morning from the Philippines. And thank you so much for the warm greeting, BJ. Happy birthday, Esme.
how
Yes.
are you, everyone?
We still have one viewer, so let's just wait for the others to join. Thank you so much, BJ. Thank you so much for the gift. I really appreciate it. And yeah, it's already official. I'm already 30.
30 but 60. 30 but 60.
Sick, sick. So shout out three viewers. We actually have a special guest, or we have special guests today. We're still, we're still waiting for them to join. Yeah. The, you want to say something? You want to say something?
So, still, Esme is the host. Will be the host or is the host today.
Yeah, I'll be hosting for today.
Because, in the morning's hard.
Ngano ka, eh.
Hi, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
We are live. We are live. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's really been a while,
So if you
guys.
have questions to Jessa and
Ah! So we already have our special guest today. Hi.
Hi.
Good evening to both of you guys.
Oh, good
And good
morning.
morning to you.
Yeah,
How are both of you?
we're
Still,
great.
still doing good.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
good.
Yes. So we'll be having interviews for today, and they would ask you questions coming from our
Mhm.
viewers, and also I'll be asking questions too.
All right. Okay.
So, how are you guys doing after the interview?
Not a problem.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you have good feedbacks?
You start
We
rethinking
we
and
got
what did you say?
few, but it was okay. It
Yeah.
was
Yes,
good.
okay. That's great to know that there are changes after the interview. So, Roger is here.
hi
Roger.
John and Jessa.
Roger, you're always hiding.
So he's a little bit busy doing something right now because he'll be preparing. Because yeah, today's a special day for me.
Yeah.
Keep safe, guys.
Is it your birthday?
Yeah, it's my
Oh,
birthday today.
happy
Right on. Way
birthday.
to
You have
go.
to go.
Yes, it's October 14 in the Philippines, and yeah, in I
Here.
think in Canada it's October 13
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it's officially my birthday today in the Philippines. I just turned 30.
Oh, I thought you.
Me too. Again.
Okay, next. Oh, see, what device do you use to record your vlogs? We are using Canon. Canon, that the battery is still like the lifespan of the battery is limited.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, so after 30 minutes, we need to change the battery.
Okay. That's
Thank you
why
so
we
much.
we
Go
bought a
ahead.
thing for Jessa's camera called Volta,
for
VOLTA,
GoPro.
for GoPro. They last about 7, 8 hours. They're amazing.
Wow,
Amazing.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Volta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, spectacular. I go with GoPro because the lifespan of the cam could really take a lot. And do you need a memory for that, Jessa?
It
For the
comes with one.
GoPro,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
It
it
comes with
it has to
a
have
chip. Yeah.
a
Microchip. Yeah.
micro
Yeah.
card.
That's good.
Mm.
So, guys, we have guests for today. Still, you can actually ask them any questions.
Yes.
Again, don't be rude, guys. I want you to have just happy vibes for the question, you need to respect our guests, okay?
Plus, it's Ismi's birthday. You have to respect the host.
Yes.
Yeah, happy vibes only, guys, because it's my birthday. Oh, by the way, Jessa, do you speak Tagalog or Bisaya? That's
Waray
just
waray.
waray.
Can
And
understand the
Tagalog too.
Visayan language,
But you speak
like the
Tagalog too.
people from Cebu. I think it's your first dialect. Well, yeah, you guys are from Cebu, right?
I'm from Cebu. Roger is from Negros, so he could speak
Oh,
like Ilonggo, Ilonggo
wow.
and Bisaya. Yes,
Wow. Yeah, I can only speak Tagalog and
And
Waray
Waray.
Waray, but I do understand Visayan language, the Cebuanos
Bisaya.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not fluent in Tagalog too, but I can speak a little, only konti lang, konti.
Yeah, me
And I speak
too.
Scottish.
English.
Scottish English.
Scottish English, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
I love the accent of Scottish people. It really rings a bell whenever I see a Scottish movie. Yeah, it's like wow, their accent is so nice.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I love British accent as well. So yeah,
British or
I keep telling
Scottish,
you
not
because
British.
here in the western side it feels like you guys are a little bit embarrassed about your accent.
I'm
Like
not embarrassed about my accent.
like no, people make fun about it.
Oh, I just say,
I was
yeah,
like,
okay.
what?
Yeah,
Filipino love British accent, but everybody's are unique.
That's, well,
yeah,
Canada's got so many different nationalities.
Mhm.
They always make fun of somebody. You know, they always pick on.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're the minority in the room, you get it. You know.
It's the same as in the Philippines too. So don't worry, we can relate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, John, for the warm greeting. And BJ said hello, Jessa and John. Say
Hello,
hi.
Beijing.
Hey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember his profile.
yeah, he's a good guy. He's
Yeah.
one of our OGs.
Uh,
Good morning, Roger and Esme. How are you? We're doing fine. Roger is still preparing for he is preparing for my birthday right now. It's just a
oh,
small,
ew, party, party.
not really a party, but it's just a
Yeah,
small,
same
yeah,
here.
celebration. And Mike married to a beautiful woman. Good morning from Ottawa, Canada.
Oh, another
So
Canadian.
yes, do we
Yeah.
have a lot of Canadians here? Actually,
Really?
Oh,
yes. Next, it's your birthday. Yeah, it's my birthday. Are you 21 today? No, I'm 30 today. Oh, very hello, guys. Greeting from Suriname. Suriname? Suriname?
Suriname. Suriname.
Suriname.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Next is Stevo Bontag from Mountains of Cebu. How are you, Stevo? And Chris, happy birthday. Thank you so much. Once again, happy birthday. Thank you again, Stevo. Again, BJ, thank you. And hi, Jessa and John. Are you in the Philippines?
No, actually, we're back in Ontario, Canada, for probably another 8 months or so maximum, and then we're returning to. We have a nice.
both of us.
Yeah, we're both returning. We have a nice home in Leyte, and we're coming back
But I will be returning my own probably. Yeah,
earlier. Yes,
probably in 2 months or
yeah,
so.
to visit our
Yeah,
family.
just to visit a family.
Ah, that's
Well,
nice.
actually, not just to visit. I have a lot of stuff to do back
Yeah, a
in the
lot of
Philippines.
paperwork. My
Yeah, a lot
goodness.
of paperwork. So
Mm,
I'll be
okay.
there for 4 months, I think. Are you gonna be okay here?
Oh
No,
no,
no uyabs.
no. Oh
No.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Oh. Hey, yeah, right. The line up at the door, Jessa.
No, it's gone now.
Yeah.
I
Maybe back then.
I have a question for you, Jessa, because I'm
Yes.
really curious about this. Is it true once you go to the West or once you go to foreign countries, your Filipino traits would be westernized or you would
No.
change?
No, I think it depends to the person because I'm still the same.
No,
How
but
Yeah.
about you, Jan?
the people recognize your ways of being a Filipina. That's what she's meaning. Do they recognize your traits, how you are, how you act?
No, no. Maybe it will improve my social interact. How do you say it? Interacting
Yeah,
with
but
people.
no, people
But
don't really see a difference in her. You know.
yeah,
Okay.
I think I'm still the same.
Say the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are the traits that would really are like would be unique to Jessa's side? You, John, since you're the one who would really observe that, like,
Oh,
yeah,
number one trait of a Filipino in any country is beauty. You know,
beauty.
they outshine the locals, put it that way. And some
Oh,
people actually have a little jealous feeling about it. Oh wow, she's nice
it's not
looking.
jealous. They
But
just
it's
look at
not.
it.
And they sort of look at you like, oh my God, she's a tan. How did she get that tan? And things like this. I know a lot of people actually they stare at Jessa, and it's not
OMG. Yeah,
anything bad. They're just
mm.
admiring her.
Plus I'm clingy. I'm like
Oh
hugging
yeah, look, she's
even in
stuck to my
public.
shirt. I don't know.
Even in public, I'm like, hey everyone, do we need more milk when we are in a grocery store? So I just keep touching John all the time.
It's like a bug.
Yeah.
That's good. At least that you never change, even though that you're in a foreign country. Because sometimes Filipinos would change, right? If you
Yeah,
observe that.
Yeah.
we've seen a few that we know personally, and they get that
Oh yeah.
hoity-toity, the nose is up. Hello.
Yeah.
But
And
you
they
call it high nose, high
high
nose.
nose.
Some
Chin up,
people.
a chin up.
Yeah,
I call them high
high
noses.
nose is this sort of
Yeah.
a snobbish,
Mm,
Yeah, they change the
uh,
way they walk and
the
the
way
way
they
they
talk to
dress up.
people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I've seen a few. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually
But
seen a
not
few.
me.
We're not going to mention any names because they're watching, maybe.
No, they know what's me. They don't care about my channel. It's a small
That's
channel.
because they're high noses.
Other high nose. No, they're all
sometimes they're a bit snobbish already, and they get westernized if they would have westernized friends.
Yeah,
Like if they would be fun with the attitude, the personality. Sometimes they would adopt to it. Good thing that you never adopt to those personalities, Jessa.
no, she's still my little babe.
oh.
That's sweet, John.
And
Thank you.
it's funny because a lot of people say, Jessa, you're picking up a Scottish Canadian accent. And she says, I
Yeah.
beg your pardon. You know,
I don't think so. My
certain
I don't
words you
have an
say it,
accent.
certain words you say, you do.
Oh, I really love Scottish, British, different types of accent. Because in the call center industry, you need to adopt their accent,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
really. Because sometimes they're a little bit rude, especially if they would sense that you're not foreign. Like, are you Asian? Oh, I'm not. I'm not Asian. I'm
Yeah.
not Asian. I'm Filipino, to be exact.
Yeah.
Not really Asian. Because they would directly put everything like you're Asian, right? They don't really know what specific
Yeah.
nationality are you. They would generalize everything. So
Yeah.
we always say we're Filipino.
Hmm.
Right.
A lot of
Okay.
people, a lot of people are actually, I'd say the word clueless outside of their own country.
Yes,
You know what I
true.
mean? Especially when it comes to the East, in the Middle East and Filipino areas and Indonesia, all that area. They're actually quite ignorant to geography. They sort of, where is that? Where's the Philippines? You know,
Yes.
and
We
it's a sad thing because they don't know what they're missing.
yes, true.
Yeah,
Every country is unique. Every country is beautiful,
yeah,
I would say.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kyle, for the greeting. BJ, Esme, ask John what that means. What? What, BJ?
Maybe
What do
there's
you
a
mean?
follow-up message or
BJ, BJ,
What that
BJ,
means?
BJ, BJ, BJ. No, no. There's no follow-up message. I checked. Mike, married to a beautiful woman. Give John some huggies. Warm hugs. Welcome, guys.
Woo!
Welcome, John and Jessa. Okay, Kyle asked me, why did Roger cut his hair? Because it's so hot in the
Yeah,
Philippines right now.
Oh, he's looking good. He's looking professional when I saw that video.
yeah.
He's young. He looks young. He
How
was
old
matured.
is Roger?
He's younger than me for
Oh,
just
okay.
1 year.
Ah,
He'll be turning 29 this November.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes. BJ,
Nice.
the Scott have the best accent.
Ooh. Thanks for the
Yes.
She's asking.
compliment.
She's saying that or asking that. Oh, well, depends on who's listening. Some sort of. If you go down to London and tell your Scottish accent's superior, they look at you kind of, "Ooh, what do you mean?" And then I joke with a lot of English people. I've got a lot of English friends. And I say, well, you guys are always yakking how you pronounce, accentuate your words, and so on. I said, you know something? Check out the royal family and find out where they all studied English.
Well,
In Stirling, Scotland, near Balmoral Castle.
Yeah.
They go up there for
ooh,
elocution lessons.
elocution.
Not elocution, elocution.
Okay,
But,
shout out 35 viewers.
yeah,
Go ahead.
Hey, 35
35. Right
viewers.
on.
Thank you for coming here.
Thank you so much for the greetings, Deepak. Chris Long, hello, hello, Chris. Mike married a beautiful woman. Are you married? Me or her? She's married. Me, I'll be getting married
Yes.
this
We're married
January.
for 14 years,
Yeah.
guys.
Okay, happy birthday. It's Tim. Thank you, Tim. Hello from Texas. Can you say hi to Timothy, please?
Hello, Timothy White. How
Timothy
are
White,
you?
yeah. Hi, Timothy. How y'all
From
doing?
Texas.
I'm trying my
Welcome to the
Texas accent.
live
Trying my Texas
to the
accent.
comment
Hi,
section.
y'all.
How y'all?
How are you?
How you doing?
Yeah, I love
And shout
Texas
out.
accents. I like that. It's fun.
Nah.
Okay, so guys, you can actually ask them questions about
Uh-huh.
Yes,
their
guys.
Okay.
relationship. Again, guys, you can ask them questions, not below the belt, guys. Don't be rude, just respect. Okay, so question about the long term the relationship that you've been through, Jessa. Like, how did you handle it? Since most Filipinos are really clingy, right?
Mhm.
We need attention. We need to see the person that we're dating in person.
Mhm.
So how did you try to grasp that relationship that you didn't see him? Like, how did you try to prolong that relationship?
I don't know exactly to be honest, I don't know the exact answer, but it just happens.
Yeah,
It
we
just
Mm,
chatted for 5 months,
yeah.
and then when we met, it was like, whoa,
Yeah, we're like best friends.
like two magnets. Boom,
Yeah,
you
we
know?
just click each other.
oh,
Besides with
okay.
Yeah.
even though we
There was
have a
no lead
huge
up
age gap.
other than chatting and getting to know each other, background, and where we
Hmm.
want, what we're gonna do.
In that 5 months chatting online, we're kind of like serious already.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why we got married right away in his first visit, guys.
yeah. 1 month after I got to the Philippines.
Because in that 5 months online, oh my God,
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
good.
I have a follow-up question. They say if you married right away to a Filipina and your first meet, it's a red flag. How can you defend that, Jessa and John?
Oh,
It's a what wife?
red
A
flag.
red
Red
flag. A
flag.
red flag. Yeah, they say because they say that if a Filipina would marry you directly, it's a red flag. Some vloggers actually said that.
No, I wouldn't say it's
We've
that.
never felt that
No,
way.
never had any problems.
Yeah, we never had problem. Everything was just good, and I was still in school during the
Yeah.
time. And people can see us because John used to pick me up in school, outside school. Um, of course, some of the students, well, especially all my classmates, they would look at us like, "Oh my God, what is she doing with her?" I just
Lolo's
Yes.
here.
look.
Lolo's here to pick you up, Jessa.
No, that
Lolo.
time you were
Yeah,
59,
I
60
know.
years old, they would call you
Daddy.
daddy.
Hey,
But
Daddy. I said,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It was
You know the
okay.
term of "Hey, daddy." It's like that.
Yeah.
It's always like that in college. Like, oh,
Yeah,
he has a daddy.
yeah,
Yes,
We
it's
already understand that.
yeah. Especially in the small provinces in the Philippines because
yeah,
they're not used to see foreign people.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I was the only
Oh,
foreigner
yeah,
living in
back
our
in
area.
2008,
Oh my
2009,
God.
there's not a lot of foreigners in our province.
In
Yeah.
in our country specifically, there's not a lot. There's just
Oh,
a few.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I would say the only people that I can see are Asian, same as Japanese, Chinese coming
Korean.
here.
mhm.
Yes, in our country. Because
Yeah.
Mm.
back before, we're not popular, we're not famous. Philippines was not famous, right?
Right,
In
right.
You know
2008.
what?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to believe it's not famous because, whoa, it's awesome.
They're
Oh,
really awesome.
you
Yeah.
really
Um,
the Philippines.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, John, before
Yeah.
we go to the comment section. So I have a question for you. If you were to choose a country that you'll be retiring soon, what country would that be and why would you choose it? Why did you
Um,
choose that
I've
country?
actually already chosen the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines as I stayed there for 10 years anyway. And the only
Mm-hmm.
reason I came back to Canada is because I had a problem with my leg and also certain, paperwork and things, etc., with the family. And we're coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't pick any other country, like, say, people moving to Phoenix, Arizona, Los Angeles, things like that. I've got a lot of friends down there in the States. And I'm saying, hey, it's just as like being in Canada. And if you go to Florida, there's more Canadians down there than there is Americans, for goodness sakes. So it's like go down and
Mm-hmm.
meet a neighbor. So
Yes.
uh, I like the Philippines because it's friendly, warm,
Mm-hmm.
people are good to you, and hey, the money. Oh my God, my money lasts forever compared to here in Ontario. You know,
Yes.
it's
Expensive, yeah.
big, big
Big
difference.
difference.
It's like, oh my God, and you try to explain that to somebody who's thinking of coming to the Philippines. It's hard
Yes.
for them to realize it because a lot of these people have never left their own state or their own province. So you're
Yes.
trying to explain, it's like trying to explain a movie. You can't really get into it till you actually go and see it.
But John, we lived in a small province.
Yeah, we lived in a,
It was cheap. But if you live somewhere in Manila and Cebu,
Manila wasn't that much more expensive. It's just if you wanted to buy a condo, I wouldn't buy a condo anyway. But I
uh,
mean, the thing is, it's your money goes 3 times, 4 times
you're right.
Yes.
farther in the
A
Philippines.
long way.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
A long
definitely.
way indeed.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you so much for answering that. I will be asking Jessa, but let me go to the comment section first. So, thank you so much, Randy, for the greeting. Mike, married to a beautiful woman. Do you get nosebleed while you are in Canada,
Yes.
Jessa?
Not as much.
Yes. John, I always get the nosebleed.
Yeah.
Do you feel inferior, Jessa, especially if most of the people there can speak English, fluent English,
Right.
and
Yeah, that's one of my number one
Ah, sure.
problem.
It's one of your phobias. And you know
Maybe
what?
phobia.
Mhm.
And I
Because
keep
when
saying
I
to
get
you,
comfortable with a person, I'm okay. But just
but,
in the beginning.
but what gets me is when we go anywhere, to an event or a party or even into a restaurant, people are sitting there looking at and listening to us. Says, "Oh, your English is so beautiful," and I'm
Sometimes
like, "There you go. You're getting it from a stranger." She says, "Oh my God, I can understand every word you're saying."
I get terrified
You
like
know?
that.
Don't you know Filipino accent is the best?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
right.
come on now, stop it.
Yeah, true. We get that a lot. Like especially if you say Colgate. Yeah.
Forget.
It's Colgate. But
Okay.
I know.
Filipino would say Colgate. Can I buy a Colgate?
Yeah.
Filipino accent is the best.
Yeah.
Yes, we're number one.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I get that here, Mike, and it's bleeding.
And those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. BJ says stuck up is what we call snobby people. Stuck up is
Mhm.
BJ
Yeah,
said.
Yeah.
yeah, stuck up, you know.
Hello from Canada, which is a safe and reasonable price place to visit Philippines. John?
Which is a safe and reasonable
Reasonable price
price.
places
Well,
to visit
a
Philippines.
lot of people ask me that, and some people I know they actually moved up to outside of Manila. What's the name of that place where the strawberries grow?
Baguio.
Baguio,
Baguio.
because
Mm-hmm.
they like the
Baguio.
temperature, because it's not as warm. You're up in the mountains; it's cooler air. But I love Samar and I love Leyte. Very, very reasonable, comparison
And
to trying to live in Manila or maybe, I don't know, Cagayan de Oro or Cebu.
but John, in general, now the
It's
Philippines
it's
is
really
safe.
it's safe.
It's safe,
It's
but
very safe. I've never had a
mm,
problem. But, you got a couple of bad apples. But I mean, who cares? But I've
Yes.
never felt threatened in the Philippines.
yeah,
Never,
in 10 years, we never
never.
had any problem.
Yeah, because they're thinking that Philippines, because of like news, the
Yes.
media, they get bad comments about
Yeah.
it, but they don't know that Philippines is really safe, right?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I explained earlier. My two daughters and my son, not my son, he was okay for it. My two daughters sort of ignored me for the first 2 years that I was married to Jessa.
Right.
Dad, you're in a kidnap zone. People will kill you. And I'm like,
Yeah, they were
where?
worried.
They worry.
Mhm.
And you know what it is? It's called stupid red zones that the government puts on travel warnings. And I'm like, why? Has that person actually traveled to the Philippines? No. They're going by some news report. Oh, two guys were mugged and one guy was shot in Tondo, or somebody was run over by in a robbery. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that happens more here than it is in the Philippines. You hear about more
Yes,
gangs and home invasions and armed robberies in this country than you hear in the Philippines.
No,
it's true.
we got crimes
It's
as
like
well.
watch the show on TV, Miami Vice. Watch that, for instance. Like, that shows you the Chicago Live. Right? Look at that, and you'll see the real U.S. and the real Ontario, and comparison with the Philippines. It's safer.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, I think it's everywhere. Danger is
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll get
everywhere
crime in any city in
in
the world. Any
any
city in the world.
country. Hey,
true.
Um,
love from India. Hello.
Yo, hi. Thank you so much for the support, India, Rikas Komar Sahu. And thank you so much for the super chat, Tom. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Hey.
And good morning, Lilia. Good morning, Timothy. Hoping to be in the Philippines in March. Congrats in advance. And hi, Vincent. Good morning. Mike, married to a Filipina. Many Americans think that the Philippines is an American colony. What do you think about that, John?
oh,
Sorry.
I've got
It's
allergies.
okay. I
You know,
know.
I'm suffering from allergies lately, and these what do you call them? Antihistamines, they don't work.
No,
But, yeah,
Yes.
well, the Philippines is an American colony, but you'll find that mainly in big cities where they all congregate, like Manila, certain
Mm-hmm.
areas of South, I think it's called Dumaguete, a lot of retired Americans down there. But
Yes.
throughout Samar and Leyte, you might meet the odd American or somebody from another country, India, China, etc. But I've only met two people from Canada all the time I was there. And I was like, wow, I'm an alien. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's a rarity to run into somebody from your own country. And one Scots guy, actually, a Scottish guy.
Mhm.
And other than that, it's you find that Americans like the big cities. That's what I
Yes.
noticed. A lot of them say, "Oh, I'm going to Manila, or I'm going to wherever, Cebu." That's what I noticed. They like reminiscing about back home, and congregate their own little community. And
They
the other,
cannot adopt directly to the
yeah,
province.
yeah,
Yes. So Roger has a question. As a
yeah.
Filipina, how do you make John fall in love with you?
My
Jessa?
smile.
You just smile.
No, because I've never I think when we plan to talk in such a particular day, I would always come and we're always getting
Well,
well,
we get closer and closer every time we spoke. I mean,
yeah, we never fail each other.
you
We
know, there was no
in
doubt,
yeah,
no doubt.
we're open arms. I
Yes.
yeah, I think
The
that's
only time she got, oh, my English, oh,
oh you
you know, and
yeah,
that.
you hated me with that. Not
Okay.
But
hate.
So,
she was genuine. That's what I liked about her. You know, she wasn't
Genuine,
yeah.
yeah. I think so. Too.
vice versa, John. How did you try to? Because Filipinas, especially genuine Filipinas, are really stubborn to fall in love. So, how did you catch Jessa?
Oh,
Good question.
oh my God. I'd like to say something, I won't. Anyway, but she actually got a kick out of listening to me talking, and her English was sparse, you know, but she was like, oh my God, what does that mean? And she was learning English and getting to know me more. And then when she found out I really liked her family, etc., like that, I think it brought us closer and closer and closer. So it was like,
One word
yeah,
also, I think you were genuine.
yeah. Like I wouldn't give somebody what I call as a BS
Yeah,
story.
he's
You
an
know, I'm not
honest.
going to tell you blah blah blah, and it's not true. I won't. I don't like that.
He has a good
I don't
heart.
mislead people into what
That's
I'm
why I
thinking or
fall in
doing.
love
There's
with
no way.
him.
Okay, because Jessa, if you would think about Jessa's beauty, she can capture any nationality, even Filipino. Yes, it's true.
Hmm.
Yes, because she's above standard.
Yeah. Well, she's plus she's educated, being a school teacher, licensed and a licensed RN.
Mm.
And people say, "Oh, you lucky son of a gun," you know. No, yeah. And I know lots
Yeah,
of guys admire her, and they're always talking, "Wow, do you have any sisters? How can I
that's
meet a
true.
girl like you?" And you know, and her other three girls in the family, they are absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
hmm. My
That's great.
hair is getting longer
yeah.
here.
Not shy anymore, Luke.
Yeah.
BJ said, Ismi. I said Lang Maya Lamrek. Ask John what that means.
Lang Mayor.
Young me, young,
Yer Lamrik.
eh?
Lang May Yer
Oh, well,
Lam Rik.
long may your lum leak. That's
Rik.
may you always have fire in your house, like the smoke goes up the chimney.
Oh, is this
Ah,
in Scotland
Yeah,
or
it's a
what?
Scottish saying.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a sort of a derived from
Wow.
Gaelic into a Scottish slang, and long may your lum leak. In other reek, I should say, smoke going up the chimney.
Rick.
You know.
Yeah.
In other words,
oh,
may you
okay.
always have warmth in your home.
Now I'm
Oh,
learning.
Yeah.
learning can be.
Actually, look at it. I thought he was talking Chinese for a minute.
Go, Beijing.
Okay,
That's a good
thank
one.
you.
Yeah.
Steve said, clingy, haha, OMG, my honey can't snuggle and cuddle enough. I don't know what I did to her, haha, but it's a good thing if it makes her happy. So I guess most Filipinas are really clingy,
Mhm.
and that's a fact about us because we really show what's our emotion, right? As a
Yes.
Filipina. So since you can relate to this, and most Filipinas would just be clingy if they really love each other. But how about in the Philippines? Because if you are too clingy, people would think that igat na siya, or she's like too showy. Because in the Philippines, most of us don't really do anything in public, right?
Yeah, it's like people. It's like maybe they're displaying possessive. You know, and it's not
Yes.
possessive. It's like you know. Sometimes I used to go down, walking down the street, and I'd grab her hand, and she go, "What are you doing? What are you
Yeah,
doing?"
that's
I said, "Come on, What the
Yeah,
hell?
because I don't like people looking at us when we're together
Well,
in public.
see, we got a
But
comment
I would
that's,
always do like that
yeah,
instead of
yeah,
I prefer this way instead of
Mm.
holding
holding
hands.
hands. Yeah, because
That's,
people would look at us like
he's taking his granddaughter for a walk. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
But
jeez.
how did, like, for you, Jessa, did you have like doubts about John, since John is mature and John can, because Filipinas would always overthink when
Yeah.
it comes to like marrying or dating a foreigner. They would overthink, oh, maybe he's just passing by, he's not serious about me. How
Hmm.
did you try to pass that?
I overthink about our age gap
Yeah,
actually because it's
that was
very
a big thing.
obvious, you know. People would always notice it, of course. And yeah, I questioned myself about our age gap, but we're already married at the time. But thanks to my mother, because my you know, a province mother, she would always say, whoever is going to be your boyfriend is going to be your husband. That's the rule in the family. We have the rule. We have a tough life. But we're poor, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're poor, but we have the rule in the house. Mm-mm. It's the
yeah.
influence
Which
of
is
my
okay.
mother. The influence from your parents are
Oh, yeah,
the big part.
big time.
The big part,
Her
yeah.
family is very protective of the whole family.
That's why
Her
I
dad
stick
was,
with
oh
John.
God,
Yeah, I stick
it's
with
like,
him because of
where are
the
you taking my
influence.
daughter? You know, it's Satan, where I, and you tell me
Hmm.
what you said. I said, well, we're going to go to the mall, or okay.
Right. I've never
You
had
know, before we were
any
married, he
any
was very, yeah,
Filipino boyfriend. So my question is me for you. How is it to have a Filipino partner? Because I've never experienced
don't be
that.
nosy.
No, just a
It's
question.
just the same as having a Filipina girlfriend. Jessa, I'm a lesbian before. So
Wow! I've got lesbians friends too.
yeah, I was a
Oh,
lesbian
A lot of
before.
her
nice.
So
friends are hitting on her, and I'm getting jealous.
I've
What the
got
hell's
two
going on
friends
here?
who are lesbians and they're.
so I already understand both Filipinas and Filipinos. So yeah, it's just the same though. It's just the genes that are different.
Nice.
Yes. So yeah, I love Filipino guys, or I love Roger because he's the same,
Mhm.
like the same as Filipino women that would take care of a Filipina
Right.
like wife. So that's the reason why I chose him among a lot of guys.
Hmm.
Because a province guy and a province girl are really amazing. That's what I
Yeah,
could say.
yeah. In comparison
Yeah,
to the
I
big
would
city
say
crowd,
that too.
are,
But
mm,
yeah, I would say Filipina are Filipinas,
yeah,
no matter where they from in the Philippines. But mostly, yeah, I would say I would always go with the province
yeah,
people
Yes,
when
because
it comes to
they're way different. It's really way different because city people are used to convenient stuff.
yeah,
Women
right,
in the province undergo a lot of tough things,
right.
right? You know
Mhm.
that, Jessica, because you're from the province. I'm
mhm.
from the city, and I don't know how to let a firewood on fire. So how do you do that
Oh,
without no matches? Like most
oh,
province girls knows how to light
yeah,
it up, but
What
for
you
me,
we
I
will
weren't?
don't know.
survive.
What you
We
weren't
will
a Girl
survive
Guides?
anywhere.
You weren't in the Girl Guides? My goodness, it's me. They
A girl
teach you all
guide.
that Girl Guides, like the Boy Scouts and the Girl Guides. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I
Girl
didn't
Scouting.
went through that.
No.
Wow.
I went through that. I was in Taekwondo. I don't have Boy
Oh,
Scout or Girl Scout things
I better watch what I
before.
say to her.
Oh,
She might beat me
I
up.
see. Yeah. Wow. That's
So
amazing.
I'm amazing with
Yeah.
province girls. I salute. I really
Yeah,
salute province girls, and I
Yeah.
envy them. I really envy
yeah.
them.
Me,
I think at the same time we're tough because of the I grown up in an island,
oh
John. We're
God, yeah.
surrounded by water. We have no malls or any
You had no electricity when I met you.
yes until I was 14 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes,
It was
and
good.
I do understand that because Roger, his house until now, they don't have electricity.
Hmm.
So Roger and you can really have like a huge connection. He can ask you a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, yeah, I'm stuck in the city life with electricity, but
Right.
province life was everything to Roger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much, David, for the greetings. Married, got just under 3 years to do the part bull. Said Stebo. And Timothy, I am in a LDR now. There is 29-year age gap between us. So you're not alone, John. Don't worry.
No, age gap, Timothy, it's a bloody number. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
We're not promoting it.
We're not promoting it. I mean, if you're happy with each other,
Yeah,
yeah, what the heck?
it just
Never mind.
happens, guy.
Never mind the gossip.
God give me John. What can I do? It just happens. So, but we're not
Mhm.
promoting age gap relationship
Yeah,
here.
and I've got a sign on my shirt that says no refund.
Yeah.
Wow. I
Yeah.
would say that I salute your relationship because there are a lot of gossip that would really be
It's
there, but you stay strong. How did you stay strong, John and Jessa? How did you try to hold that? There's a lot of gossips
we
everywhere.
never listen to other people because
Trolls.
what's in my head is God give me you, John.
Yeah,
So she rushed it.
yeah. And when I run into somebody making
Yeah.
a bad comment, we've been in restaurants and people go blah 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 blah.
Mm-mm.
I say to them, hey, is that
As
all
long
you
as
got to
we're
say and
happy.
insult people? I says, I think your maturity is way below level. Like, and they look at you
Yes.
like, oh
Yeah.
Jesus,
Marriage,
and
marriage for us as me is like two
two-way street.
two imperfect people who learn how to accept our differences. That's how we define marriage in
Yeah,
our part. But guys, again, we're not promoting age gap relationships. It
yeah,
just happened to
Yes.
us. So we're just happy being together.
That's great. At least both of you are positive and you stood strong.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing about your relationship right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I made
Randy
a
said, go ahead. Go
sorry.
ahead.
I made a joke about trolls. People who come on there with their blah blah. I
Very
say,
few.
you know what? If you like trolling, I says, go down to the harbour, rent a small boat. I says, throw your line into the water and go trolling all bloody day because it doesn't mean nothing to me. Have a nice day. And I don't, I didn't know them go, huh? It's like, you get a lot of people, no matter where you are or who you're with, you'll all of us some, I call them, the attention seeker. He always wants to get his 2 cents in there, oh, I'm going to say this or, yeah, okay, have a nice day, get out of here.
They don't have fun in life. That's the reason why
No,
they're trolling.
yeah,
And Randy actually said, we talked for 2.5 years, had 30 days when I was there to decide it was marry or not. I didn't know this was a red flag till much later. I disagree. So
hmm,
he said, I
so,
would say marrying someone is a huge step. I guess that
yeah,
both of Jessa and John were comfortable together, and that's the reason why they decided to get married. Am I right?
yeah, yes.
Yeah, correct.
We were like,
100%. Yeah.
I,
We're just like, I look at you like my best friends as well.
yeah, we're best
We
friends as
respect
well
each
as
other.
married. We're not
Yeah.
just, oh, Mr. and Mrs. So and so. We're best buddies.
Mm,
And
Yeah.
it's,
that's great.
We're happy. Yeah.
So there are times in a relationship that both of you would not understand each other because of the nationality and the
Right.
customs of each other are way different. How did you try to adopt to that, John? And how did you adopt to that, Jessa? Because there are a lot of things, different nationalities and their custom. So how did you adapt to it?
adapt to different, the way moving into the
Uh,
Their
program.
their national they we have these tops like stuff that we do and you think that, oh, we don't
Oh,
do that there. It's like that. We
yeah.
don't do that in my country. It's like that.
right. Um,
Well, everybody has their own way of doing things, and I found out a lot of things in the Philippines that I'm saying, how the heck did they do that? They don't have the tools. And then I'm looking
Yes.
at the work, I'm like, my God, some of these people have artists with their hands, the way they fix things and build
In
things.
our inside our marriage, John.
Yeah, and
Inside
inside
our
the
marriage.
marriage, the way
Yeah.
they get through things, like they
Well,
might,
we don't recycle
yeah.
garbages.
Oh, one thing I didn't like in the Philippines is they don't recycle.
Yeah, and
We throw things.
Yeah, they throw it in the
mm-mm.
street and in the river and in the
and
ocean. I'm
he
like,
he
oh,
he showed it to me in every day
yeah.
in our everyday life, and I was like, what are you doing? Throw it in a garbage.
I say,
It's
no, no,
garbage.
bottles, tin
No.
cans,
And then
aluminum, paper.
I've
And the garbage guy used to go,
I've
whoa.
learned so much a lot from John. And yeah, the garbage guy, they took it, and I was like, oh my
And they
god,
separated
for
it. Say,
other
oh,
people it's money.
yeah,
We're poor, but we never recycle garbages in the island.
Yes, because we throw it right away. Because most of our garbage is really garbage. You cannot
yeah,
use it anymore. It's not the same as their garbage because you could still use it.
yeah,
It's yeah, you know that feeling that oh, I can still use this. Why are they throwing this away? In our place, it's already garbage. You cannot throw it. It's already damaged.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's broken. Yes, but good thing that you actually um got a lot from John, which is good
The
because
Filipino time
recycling.
as well.
Yes,
The
Filipino
Filipino time.
time.
Mm-mm.
How did you how did you adjust to Filipino time, John?
Oh, God.
Even the lawyer, we're
Oh,
going to meet a lawyer, and he
yeah.
was like an hour late.
An hour, he was an hour and a half late. And he says to me, be in my office at 9 a.m. I said, yeah, yeah. And me, I'm boom, 10 to 9, I'm in his office.
Yes.
I says, where's so and so? I won't say his name. And he was the one doing the deal for the house for us. I'll call him. Oh, oh, he's having a bath.
Ah, come on, you used to get mad about
What
it.
do you mean he's having a bath? He made the
We
appointment.
we had arguments about it. It's Filipino time. So
Yeah,
be
and
it.
that gets me. Even the planes sometimes traveling from Manila to Cebu or down to
Mm,
Tacloban,
it happens all
supposed
the
to leave at
time.
9 o'clock. 11:30, they're still looking for Mrs. So and So's luggage. Like what the heck?
Mm, I know.
Like
Welcome to the
delays.
Philippines.
They used to drive me nuts. The delays,
Right.
Then I
A
said,
lot.
"Hey, oh God,"
Yeah. That's
but
the
you get
reason
used to it.
why
Yeah.
that's the reason why Filipino has long patience.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Oh,
because
and you
we have
know
a
about
lot of delay.
patience. When the first time I went into a bank, and I'm walked in the door, and the security guard says, "Sir, sir, sir." He hands me this paper, and I said, "What the hell is this? Number 88. What the hell is that?" Like when the door was about 88, there's 87 people sitting down. I'm like, what the heck's this?
The
And the
lineup.
the
Yeah.
teller calls you up, and I put my money and a piece of paper deposits on the counter, and I'm saying, how the heck do I know what she's going to do with that money? And there's 100 and something people sitting in front of me here. What the heck are they doing? So after about an hour sitting there, they call you. Number 88, John, come. Yeah. Wow. I could not believe it. And then you line up line up in a store to get something. It says, and the big answer used to really
No
get me off
stop.
is, why stop? No stop. What? What do you mean no
it
stop?
it will really tick you off. Really tick you
Oh,
off. Yeah,
but then
really.
I got, what the heck? We're in the middle of the Pacific here in the Philippines, everything's
Mm.
imported. So, what can you do? You know?
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that, John. Timothy White said, like San Isidro Leyte, said, Kyle, Los Angeles is a dangerous and expensive area. Yeah,
Yeah,
Los Angeles. Is
very.
that true?
You got to run for cover sometimes in LA. I've got a nephew who lives in San Diego, and you go down into LA. You got to, you hear something bang, 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 bang. It's a drive-by shooting. Like, what the hell is shooting at somebody doing?
Eh,
Oh, there's a
There's
question there.
lots of, yeah, LA is a pretty dangerous place.
Yeah.
Like Chicago, same thing. Detroit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not American, but I go there a lot. I used to go there an awful lot. And
Okay, question now.
Anyway, question. Yeah. Hey, John, received any what?
Medical care in the Philippines, and
Ooh,
what was your experience? Oh, it was
oh my goodness. I had
it was
medical
okay.
care in the Philippines, and it was due to an accident. I fell and smacked my knee up really bad, and I
Mm-hmm.
developed a sepsis infection. And I went to a private hospital. Well, two people took me
Sepsis,
there.
it is the infection in your
Oh,
blood.
and it goes right through your whole blood
Yeah.
system. And this guy starts drilling a hole in my leg. What the hell are you doing down there? And the next minute, he puts this tube in and he's draining this liquid out of my kneecap because it was up like this, huge. And I didn't
In
like it.
general, yeah.
I spent a
It
lot of
didn't
money
help.
too. It was like in a
Yeah,
week,
it didn't help. In short.
220,000 pesos in
Mhm.
a week. I went, oh my
And your
goodness.
infection is just keep
It
higher
was
and
getting
higher.
worse and
Yeah.
worse and worse. So I hopped on a plane, came back to
Mm-mm.
Canada, and
We spent like more or less
220,
200,000 pesos, and
220 it
it
was.
didn't help it at all. Yeah, that's why he decided to go
Yeah,
back.
it got worse and worse.
Got
Yeah.
worse. Yeah.
And the
Mm.
doctor was very stubborn,
Don't.
but he was a nice guy, but he was stubborn. He wouldn't listen. I said, why are you doing that way? I've never seen that.
There's still. Come
And
on, there's a lot of good
there's
doctors
a
and
lot of good
nurses in
doctors
the
all over there
Philippines.
in the
Yeah.
Philippines. But some people have got that, I don't know, an attitude.
They have just ways. They have their own ways, and they don't
Yeah,
want
their own ways.
someone
Yeah.
send like talking about medical, and they're not in a medical field. Like they don't really bother, or they don't listen to you at all.
No, it's like, I'm
Yes,
the doctor, you know.
yes, it's like that.
Yeah, I'm the doctor. Shut up.
Randy said, "I wouldn't choose Manila either." And fitness. Then, what is your monthly budget? What is your monthly budget
Where in the Philippines?
Yeah.
When
in
we
the
were living.
Philippines?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
whatever I make, I spend. That's me. I'm like that. I was like, I'm living on a pension to tell you the honest truth, and we have a house that's owned outright. Well, Jessa owns outright, and you know we don't want for anything. The money
Depend.
I'm making
The
on the
monthly budget was
monthly,
depend.
but it
It
depends on what we need
depends. Yeah.
and how many visitors we get, etc. But I, you know what? If you've got a decent pension, not phenomenal a pension, you can survive in the Philippines very, very well. You know, you hear people saying, "Oh, you need 3,500
In our
American." I'm like,
area,
no, you don't.
yeah. In our area, 50,000 pesos was a good,
Goes a long way.
yeah, amount of
Yeah.
money already. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but when it comes to Filipinos, we have this trait called if you would invite someone, he would invite another one. So how did
Oh
you,
yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
how did you try
I,
to
We have
I,
adapt to
parties.
that?
the first time we invited
We have parties. Okay, don't get too
allergies,
excited.
and I could not believe it. I was like, who's all these people?
Yeah, we used to
Invite a husband and wife, and they bring 15 people with them. What the hell is
we
this?
used to argue with that,
Oh, that's the
but
aunt, that's the uncle, that's the
I tried
neighbor,
to
that's the cousin. I'm
explain
like, oh my
as much
god!
as possible.
You invite people for dinner, and you get 15 people show up. I'm like, oh my god! And I couldn't get used to that.
Up until now?
Well, I'd get used to it after a year. It was drilled into me. But I mean,
Because we
well,
understand that, John. We really understand that once you just invite one would just come up.
yeah,
And that's just the foreign way. Because Filipino, if you invite one, a whole barangay would come. A
yeah,
whole barangay would come. There's a lot of battalion.
yeah. But thank goodness they left the dog home.
But they would really take the leftovers for the dog.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 Definitely. I don't mind. Take it. What the heck?
Yeah,
Ne-
it's just food.
But it's a way of life there. They
Oh
do that.
yeah.
And it's the same when they invite us to their house. We show up, the two of us, and they're going, "Who's
Mm.
with
Where's
you?"
the other?
It's just
Yeah.
two of us. Why did? Where's
They're
your
looking
family?
for my
Oh, they're on
sisters.
the island. They're thinking we're going to phone her sisters and her brother and her parents. I'm like, no,
Oh,
I she invited us.
Yeah, there's a good question
Yeah.
there, John.
What? John,
John and Jessa, what do you think of families of the Philippines kept asking for money to pay for each and everything? Have you ever say no to them?
I've never had them ask me for money.
No, because you
I
offered.
before, like I'm very, how would you say, I'm like the FBI, you know. I observe everything and I say, oh my God, they don't have this. I'd go out and
Yeah,
get one.
yeah, that's
Oh,
his
they don't have a
attitude.
decent fridge. Throw that piece
My
of junk out and I'd go and buy a new fridge. I'm one of those guys. If I see you need something, you got it within a week. You know what I mean? That's me. But they've never asked me for a thing. And they're always like, John, why you buy this? I says, for you,
for you, for you, for you.
for gift, gift. I didn't know the word for gift, but I said, gift for you. And they'd look at me like, who's
Did
this
you
guy?
experience? No, you never
No, they
experienced
never asked
about
me for
my
money.
family asking you.
No, I've had strangers ask me for money. In the street, yeah, a lot of people will come up, hey, hey, Joe, you have much money. I says, eh? Where did you
So,
hear that? I
what
says, let
what
me know where it is.
what can you advise to those to the foreigners who has
Um,
he
if
I
you
don't know
have
what to
if you
say.
have a girlfriend or a newly married and they're asking for money,
Mm-mm.
talk to your wife and see what exactly do they need it for, and if you can do it, hey, it's up to you. Do it or don't. It's not going to
Yeah, it's up
destroy
to
you.
you.
And your wife maybe get a little bit fed up with you over that debate. But if you're good with the family, you're number one.
Okay.
You don't have to be extravagant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every little bit helps. So, hey,
Yes, true.
and I love helping people like that. I even helped Jessa's family's neighbors, for goodness sake, because they, oh my God, look at that roof. It's junk. So I'd order a whole new roof for them and
Mm.
looking at me, who's this guy? But
Yes, thank you so much, John. Thank you for helping. And that really means a lot to Filipinos.
yeah,
Yes, especially for Filipinos that can't afford it.
yeah. And that's the sad part. There's so many people there don't have a bloody thing. And that really gets me, especially out in beyond the area where you're living. And you go up and she calls it the bukid. You know, some of these
Yes.
people, they've never seen a car, for goodness sakes. And it's like, oh, and you felt like, where are we? You know, it's like another world. And I like helping people.
Mm. You do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for being genuine and kind. Okay, and Raddy said Catanduanes is the best. Thank you so much for your opinion. And BJ has a question. Has John been through any typhoons while in the Philippines?
Oh, yes. I've been through two major ones and it scared the blooming heck out of me. I'm like, oh my God. She was in Cebu at the time, doing
Mhm.
something with her nursing thing for a month, training in a hospital. And that's when Haiyan hit,
The Yolanda.
Yolanda. And
Oh
it
yeah.
sounded like 25 freight
But
trains
you
coming down the road.
escaped, right?
But I
You
escaped
escaped.
it
Mm.
and I got the heck out of there and I went
From
to
Leyte to
Samar.
Samar.
And then the following year, it was December
Another
30th,
one.
uh, because the place we had rented when she was doing her university, we had a house in Samar, but we rented in
Leyte.
Tacloban
Later.
to do a
Yeah.
course.
Just Leyte.
Oh, why Tacloban? There's a lot of typhoons coming to
Oh my God.
Tacloban. Yes.
Another one hit, and it was called Shenyang. December.
Shenyang, yes.
Oh my God. Everything. It's like somebody tore the roof off of this place and sucked all the furniture out, all my clothes and all my
We
ID, and
lost our
I lost
van.
everything.
Our van.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
van
the
was
van and
sucked out and destroyed. You
furnitures.
know,
Mm-mm.
like right, I was
Yes.
standing there with what I'm wearing. I went, "What the heck
Yeah,
am
we
I
had
going to do?"
he had experienced all
Oh
kinds of
well, it's it's a scary situation,
yeah.
but I'm looking at him saying I'm bloody lucky because when we
His
drove around, I came back down the next day and I brought my motorcycle with me, and we drove around. We were seeing bodies on the street,
bodies,
and
yeah. After that
oh my,
Haiyan
it was like, oh
typhoon.
wait a minute, I don't know how lucky I am.
Mm-mm.
And you go to some of the especially in Tacloban here, a place that's called Imelda
Oh,
Park,
yes.
a Leyte Landing or something where MacArthur is. I'm saying, oh
Really.
my God, look at that. There's crosses in the park.
Yeah, we've
The
seen
poor people were burying
bodies.
their family members who
Oh
died in the
God.
typhoon in the park. And it was like, oh my God, that's how
Yes.
Yeah, we've
poverty.
seen that bad
Scenario.
That was
yeah,
really bad. And
I'm already big at that time, so I really know the what happened in
yeah,
Tacloban
thousands
and
of people died
yeah,
there.
died. And I think the president at that time was, I forgot.
Aquino,
Aquino.
Aquino. Yeah,
Yeah.
Aquino.
Illinois.
And there's nothing that he didn't do actually. There
No,
was a lot of food to be given to the people there, but never happened.
never
So,
happened.
Yeah.
I
yes.
went to a meeting because I was a member of a international group and a Filipino group called CBO,
Yes.
Civic Civil, Brotherhood Organization, and we were
Yes.
sort of a semi-volunteer. We're a group
Yes.
for fun. At the same time, somebody in disaster, we go and help out.
Yeah.
So we were
Hmm.
invited to Aquino and Mar Rojas on this Leyte landing area, and they
Hmm.
had ambassadors from all different countries, Canada, Japan. And this guy stood up, big heavy guy, looked like a sumo wrestler. He's the Japanese ambassador. He says, I'm
Yes.
so happy that we could donate 300,000 American dollars to the relief fund. And Aquino went, what? Everybody sort of looked at him because it surprised him. And he's mumbling over to people beside him, find out where that 300 million, not 300,000, $300 million
Wait,
came from
your
Japan.
family back here in
And
Canada
my
also
family
help
was donating money. My sons, my daughters, my ex,
because
everybody
we
was
were
donating.
there. Yeah.
And they're saying, shit. Oh,
Canada
sorry.
helped a
He
lot
says,
too.
we sent the group, they know, $300,000
Uh-huh.
and it never got anywhere. It
Yes.
disappeared.
Mm.
It's like,
It
oh,
really disappeared.
I think the whole world
Everybody
offered
donated money for help,
donated,
but a lot of it went
but
to corruption.
okay, let's
Yeah.
Yeah,
do
but I
go
mean,
deep.
Let's not go with government right now because
no, it's not
it's so
government.
difficult.
It wasn't government. It was
Yeah,
theft.
political stuff is like,
No,
Yeah,
this is not
yeah,
government. This should be theft at the airport, theft in the shipping. Things were going missing
everything.
right as being shipped. You know what I mean? It
okay,
wasn't an
Yes.
attack on anyone.
yeah.
There's crooks in every walk of life.
Everything.
Yeah,
Mm.
Like, you just skip that. Just
yeah.
skip that.
Yeah,
Mark said, please forgive me. But thank you so much, Mark, for joining our live
thank you,
today.
Mark.
Rick Payne, good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Three of my favorite bloggers in one place. So he is subscribed to your channel,
Oh,
Jessa.
yeah, I
Wow,
remember that name.
Rick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Thank you.
Rick.
Thank
Hey,
you.
you're from
Thank
Melbourne.
you.
Can I say something? Today we got a surprise. My son, in other words, his son, my grandson, came from Sydney today
Yeah,
as a surprise
today.
visit with
Yeah,
Ah,
his
we're
wife
happy.
and his baby daughters
Baby,
coming
yeah.
on Sunday with his mother from there.
Yeah, we
Oh,
had fun
it was like,
today. Yeah,
hello,
it's good.
what the heck?
Surprise!
Surprise!
surprise. I know
Fun.
you're really happy. Both
Yeah,
of you are.
Yeah, we're
That's
happy today.
nice.
yeah.
Okay. Steve said, have a great day. Thank you so much for joining our live, Sivo.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you.
which, okay. Ferry Samad. Okay, which city do you like the most, Cebu or Manila?
Cebu.
If I had to choose, I'd pick Cebu. Manila's too crowded, too congested, and I don't know. It was like too many. It was like ants in a mound running
And the
everywhere.
air is
The
not
air is
that.
very, maybe because I've got allergies. I found it was annoying me, the smell of diesel fumes, and.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
Cebu's more relaxed, I think. It's a big
Um,
city.
I'm from Cebu. I would say province area is always a bit relaxing compared to
Yeah.
the city area.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, if you go with city areas, yeah, there's a lot of traffic jams, and you cannot
Oh,
get to a place that you want to get, even though it's so close, it would take you 1 hour, even though it's just
Yeah.
15 minutes
15
because
minute
of,
drive will take you an hour. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy.
yes, because of the traffic.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next is one question to ask me: when an expat gives money to girl's family, does the family really appreciate it or simply think that the expat is stupid? You, Jessa, you can relate to that.
Do you think that I'm stupid for giving your
No,
family money?
no, of course not. No, my family really appreciate it a lot, John,
Yeah.
and you know it. You can see that
And
until
they
up
don't
to date.
expect it either. They don't
Until
expect
today,
it.
John, you never help after that one time big time help.
Yeah.
They until today is me. They consider it like we give them a
A
you're the
business.
reason why they have a better life
Yeah.
now.
They have a good business.
After 14 years,
Yes.
it's just like they think John saved their future too.
Well,
Yeah, and if you're
I'd
gonna
do
think
it
about
again.
it, that
I'd do it
amount of
again.
money, it will not last
Oh,
like a year on
no.
your part.
Me and money, I burn money. Like
Yeah, but for
my
them,
whole life, I've been like
14
that.
years after, it's still going.
Yeah, your
It's still
father and
there.
mother run that business. Like,
So
whoa, they're doing good.
that's how they appreciate it. Even until today, they would say they will talk to the people like, "Oh, this is from John." They
Which
still
is good.
consider
And I, I
John.
don't, I
Yeah.
don't like that. I say, no, it's your business,
But he
not
keeps
my
saying, "No, it's
business.
not my
Don't,
business. It's
don't say that.
yours. It's your. You guys run it because if John got that money,
Oh,
it won't last.
I'd spend it in a month. You know, it's like,
Yeah,
oh my God, it's be
he's
gone.
bad. Just imagine is me. One time we went to furniture store. You know how much he spent for one day? A million.
I'm already
A
grinching.
million.
Okay.
Yeah, $1 million. Then I went
he
to a hardware store
and
around the mall,
I
spent
don't care
another one
either.
point million or something.
I don't care either during the time because I was only 21. I'm stupid with money as well. I don't care about his
Mhm.
money. I've never asked you about how
Never.
much you've got in your bank account. I was 21. I was stupid too.
That's when I had money,
Yeah.
but now I'm on a pension. You know, it's like
Yeah.
eek.
Mm.
Everything changed
Reality
now.
hit. You know, like, oh my God.
Did we tell you that John ended up like almost 2 years with
Oh,
no pension
two
or
two
something?
years.
3 years.
2 years actually. It was
If
20
if it
months.
wasn't of my
Yeah,
family,
family
you will be
bailed me out.
ended up
It's
this.
me, honest to God. I had
Oh,
this brand new van. Excuse me, allergies.
you okay?
This
It's
brand new,
okay. Take
I had
your
this
time.
brand new Toyota Innova van,
Hmm.
fully loaded, top of the line, and I'm going, oh my God, my money's not. And I went to the bank,
His
no money in
pension
yet. My
was
pension
cut
money was
off
held up, held up, held up. I'm going, what the heck's going on here?
for
And
all.
because of the time difference, you can't get through on the phone, the 12-hour time difference. And then you do get through, it's elevator music for an hour. Then your SIM card runs out. What the heck's this? You know, I'm not used to that. And then
His pension
my
was cut
pension was
off
cut off for
for almost
20 months,
years.
20 months.
Yeah,
And
and he had
I had
20
to walk
pesos,
home. I had no
20
diesel for my
pesos in
van. I had to
pocket.
walk home. I had 20 pesos in my pocket.
Always,
Her
we
family
had a
bailed me
lot
out.
of
Her family
we
bailed
had
me
a
out.
lot of
They helped
experiences
me big
in
time then. And
uh,
oh my
the
God.
Philippines.
It's a form of gratitude. You also help them. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
they would be behind your back, John. That's the good
Oh,
thing about,
100% plus.
yes.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't like, oh, this is all for me and you get nothing, Joe. It was like, wow, he's
Almost two
family.
years. Yeah.
We help.
You, you
For
were lucky because there
Yeah.
are also family that would be a leech.
Yeah.
They would just get money from you.
They drain
Yes.
you and dump you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is that is actually the truthful thing about in the Philippines. There are family like that, but there are also family that is genuinely kind. The same
Yeah.
as Jessa's parents.
yeah.
Yes. 100% plus. And when I got
Okay.
my money finally after the 2 year, 20 months waiting period,
Yes.
I'm like, oh my God. So paid off everything, then blah, 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 you know, cut it short. It brought us up to, woo, now I'm on a steady income here from my pension monthly. because
Yeah, but it's not even enough.
somebody goofed up
I
in
have to work.
the head office. Yeah, well, you work.
In
Yeah,
our current situations now
yeah,
here, I need to work
yeah. She has to do it.
because his pension is not enough.
And for
So
everybody out there that thinks, oh, she's with him because of
no, no,
money.
don't go
No,
there.
no, I'm just saying, I want to make a point. Some people will say, oh, she's married him because he had money, or she's married him because he's got $1 million life
Life
insurance
insurance. He
policy.
doesn't have life
And he's got
insurance.
money coming out of his back pocket. Like, oh. But excuse me, last year, when she was working, she made more money. She paid more income tax than I made
Yeah, because
in
it's a yearly
my
income
blooming
tax.
pension.
Yeah, yeah.
So she was my sugar mama.
So again, it's not about that's like the age gap because they're
No.
always trying to um backlash you because you married to a very young girl. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it really depends on guys. If luck would really grab you, luck would give you your destiny. And that's the
Yeah.
truth.
That's
Really the truth.
And don't
Um
let the chances go.
right.
True. Especially there are guys that are so blind that they would always
Oh,
test their Filipina,
yeah.
always test their Filipina, and they don't really see that the Filipina is already genuine to them.
Hmm.
And yeah, they already get like, lost the chance to have a Filipina. It's
Yeah.
like that.
You'll
Yes,
never regret
especially
it.
true.
Yep.
Next is Chris Long. I just married my Filipina from Laog City this August. Congrats!
Way to go. Right.
Yay!
Very good.
Congrats. Okay,
Chris.
next is Mark. Happy birthday. Do either of you get rude comments? Said Mark.
On
Um,
our marriage, yes.
yeah, we
Great
get it,
comments. Yeah.
but not as much because we ignore it and we just laugh at them.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
once they get to
hey,
know us, they became our friends.
yeah, some people actually reverse. They're like,
Yeah.
whoa, I can't
When they
pick
get
on these guys.
uh,
These guys are cool, or whatever. Or these guys are idiots. I don't know what they're thinking. But they became actually not close friends, but they became
mm,
friendly to us,
friendly,
you know,
because we're friendly,
you know.
guys.
Yeah, they would just, if you pay back kindness, they
Yeah,
would just, yeah, they would not bother you anymore.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're wasting the time. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Next is Joe Jones. How long did it take you to overcome cultural differences, and what was the biggest cultural difference that you had to overcome? Let's go with John first.
Um,
Yeah.
for
Hmm.
cultural differences was uh, the differences in the way they treat people, like
Mm-hmm.
comparison to here, which is a very not cold, well, it's cold weather, but I mean, people are cold also in Canada, and they sort of they're not all, but you find if I go to somebody's house, say, oh, where can I get my tire fixed? They'll they'll say, I know my brother has a friend. And the next minute there's 14 people helping you change your tire. You do that here. Hey, where can I get my tire fixed? I don't know the area. Get off my lot.
Or
And
Yeah.
don't park in front of my house. I'll call the police. Oh, yeah,
police,
okay, bye bye.
yeah.
It's like an entire difference. The cultural difference was so friendly here, but the only thing is I couldn't get used to the time
Ah,
stamp.
the
God,
time, yeah.
that was like torture for me for the first year. I went, oh, why are you late? You know, I said they're not late. They're on Philippine time. I said, what the hell is Philippine time? You know,
Yeah.
Yes. The
but
only trick there, you would just invite them at like advance, like the party starts at 11, you invite them 9. Oh,
yeah,
it's 9 a.m. You should come in
yeah,
9 a.m.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
I
better
should have
that
told them
way.
about Chris. We went to people get mad at the funeral. That my friend Chris died.
Yeah.
My friend Chris, he passed away this year. A
Mm.
Polish guy, and he's married to a Filipino lady. So she told everybody at the funeral home, she had about 300 people show up. And there was a couple of people, Filipinos, came as they were taking the body in the coffin. They'd already pulled out of the parking lot to go to the cemetery. And these guys came in like, where is everybody? I said, what do you mean everybody? It was a Filipino guy, and I'm looking at him. What are you talking about? Where is everybody? If started at whatever 1 o'clock and you show up at 10 to 5, what the heck do you expect?
Oh, some in short,
Oh,
some Filipino.
still brought the Filipino time with them.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
Mm,
like,
what
come
he
on, buddy.
meant.
The funeral went at this time. Why the heck are you showing up at 5 o'clock? But come
yes.
on.
But
That's
I'm thankful that I got used to your time now,
oh, I
and
panicked if she's late. I said, come on,
I
come on, come
don't
on.
use the Filipino time anymore.
Yeah.
You need to be sharp all the time.
Yes,
We adopted that in the call center most of
Yeah.
the
right.
time.
Mhm.
Yeah, everybody needs to be sharp, sharp, sharp on time.
Well, it's a sort of thing. Show respect also.
Yeah,
If I keep showing up late, they won't invite me anymore. Like, heck with you, buddy.
Yeah, it's like showing that you respect a person if
Yeah.
you're
right.
on time.
That's
Yep.
right.
Yes. Okay, next. Marcus, I love Filipino people.
Yeah,
Thank you so
Yep.
much. We love you too, buddy.
Yeah.
yeah. I love you, Mark.
The barber's YouTube commercial sucks. Yes, I know, right? Timothy White, I guess you could say I grew up in the province on a farm 23 miles, 37 kilometers for the nearest town. Yes, I guess that you're a province guy. So, how about you, John? Are you a province guy or a city guy? Where would you like,
Where
are
did
you a
I
city guy?
grow up? I
Yes.
I grew up in a big city in Scotland, Glasgow to be exact. It's the biggest city in Scotland, and it
Mm,
was like, oh God, wall to wall people and traffic, and it was insanity at sometimes. And I didn't like it. And then when I joined the Navy, it was peace and quiet out in the middle of the Pacific. And then you see other countries, how they make their life and how they live. You say, wow, there's a
yes.
lot of peaceful
So
countries
you're a
around.
city boy.
Yeah, I'm a city boy,
Oh,
but I grew up,
a
and
city
our
boy.
family was like equivalent to, say, somebody living in the provinces. My family was very poor. I mean, literally real poor.
Yeah, that's
Because
how.
my father
Mhm.
deserted us. He was a cop. He was a detective. He deserted my mother when I was about 2 years old, and
Yeah.
never. Well, see,
So
look.
you really know what poor people means,
Oh
right?
yeah,
You experienced that.
yeah. I grew up in it.
Mm-mm.
You know.
Okay, that's why you cling up or you actually had a spark together because both of you experience what is really poor or what is
Yeah,
poverty.
yeah.
Right.
That's good. And the barber said, misery loves company. When miserable people see happiness, they do everything and anything to destroy happiness. And they say it's so sad it didn't work when it was their plan for day one. Like we're talking about trolls
Yeah,
right now.
trolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, trolls should all go fishing together. Put it that way.
Go fishing together.
Yeah, troll all
I
day. Go
like
ahead.
that.
Yes, true.
Yeah,
What I can advise you, Jessa, don't take it seriously, especially if someone or a troll would comment on your
Yeah.
YouTube channel. Ah,
ignore
just
it.
be happy.
Yeah,
Just be happy. Make sure that you're happy because they don't like that.
yeah.
And it's like they
I,
are fighting back. Yes.
definitely. I said to Jess, if you get somebody who keeps harassing you, says, "Thank you for your comment. Have a nice day."
Yes.
You
Have a
know.
nice day. You always do that because we
Yeah,
do that all the time.
yeah,
Like, yeah, thank you. Thank you for
yeah.
Here's my.
telling us like that.
That's good. Yeah.
Johnny said, I
And
am
then I'd throw in a comment. Did you subscribe to make that comment?
Johnny.
Oh God.
Randy.
Johnny, I'm 56 and my Filipina is 30. Congrats, Johnny.
Congrats.
Right on.
Yeah.
Randy, I think mine is trying to make more Filipino than her becoming American. She's 45 with 3 kids. I'm 63, starting over with her,
Yeah.
and it is a blessing. Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Randy Doherty, is that an Irish name?
I guess
I
I
think
would
it is
say
Doherty.
yes. Are
Nice.
Yeah.
you Irish, Randy, by any chance?
Yeah.
Timothy said, I'm 59 and my Filipino is 30. Thank you
Yeah.
for Johnny. We have our first baby June, November 21st, and
Yeah.
Logan Isabella. Ah, congrats!
So,
Yay! They have, by
yeah.
the way, I have a question and I know it's personal, but
It's
Mhm.
okay.
have
We're open.
did you have kids with John or no?
No. We never
No.
had kid. We plan with
Did we
the
did we have sex?
kids.
Kids? Did we
Sex.
have kids?
Sex is already a given, I guess.
Oh yeah, I was
Of
wondering
course.
what the heck.
um,
He doesn't.
uh,
Yeah.
did you have kids with John?
Kids, no,
No.
No,
no.
we've
Yes.
tried to do the IVF,
Reverse.
the IVF, the
Yeah,
in vitro
because I had
fertilization
the
in Makati,
vasectomy.
but
Big mistake.
it was a little bit pricey, and John,
Plus, it was risky, he said, because it
yeah, it
was
was
done
risky.
so long ago.
Yeah.
He says it was done
Yes.
a long time ago. Right after I had we
Mm-mm.
had our third child from my family.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my ex at that time, she said,
Yes,
we
yeah.
decided we don't need any more kids. So rather than put her
Yes.
through the major operation, I went and had a
Yes.
vasectomy, which was,
Yeah,
you
which is
know,
okay.
yeah, but,
Because
and
you're
then I never ever thought I'm going to meet a young Filipino who wants to have kids. That was,
Yes.
what the heck did
yeah.
you think 30 years
It
later
was
you're going
the
to run into?
downside of part of
Yeah,
our marriage, but hey, we're still here.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, at least you love John, and that's an authentic and genuine love. At
yeah,
least, right? You stick to him because Filipinos love kids, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
sometimes some Filipinos would cheat, right? Because they cannot have kids, blah blah blah.
Right.
That's their story. But she
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
stick to you. She stick to you, meaning to say she really loves you, John.
Do you?
Do you?
Plus, as we adopted, no, not
We didn't
adopted
adopt, but
legally,
for
but
10 years
for
we
10
had,
years we had
yeah,
my niece and my youngest sister with us.
yeah.
So we're just like a family.
Yeah, they used to call me Daddy John.
Yeah.
It was like,
Actually, you have the same scenario as my uncle because my uncle has a vasectomy and he's Canadian. He's a
oh,
Ah,
Canadian. Yes, he's in Cebu. And my auntie was also young when they got married.
mhm.
They didn't have a kid, but they adopted my cousin.
Oh,
So
way to
right.
go. Yeah, good.
the same. It's the same scenario.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then my sister and my niece are living in our house
Yeah, they're
in
still living in our house while we
Leyte.
were in Canada.
Mm-mm.
So,
I
they're
mean,
going to school down there.
yeah,
And
they're good.
yeah.
I'm bringing my sister here because it's so sad not having a
Chica
sister.
chica.
Yeah.
No, chica chica.
Chica, chica.
Yeah,
Okay.
Christmas.
Yeah, chismis.
This
Okay, live in North Carolina. Hello, and he's from Greensboro, North
I
Carolina.
hello.
Good
know Greensboro.
evening.
I know Greensboro.
Nice.
Mm.
Rick Payne is 99%. Those trolls are green with envy. Look at your beautiful wife.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
true.
thank
Thank
you, Rick.
you, Rick.
Yeah.
Next is I will be flying back from Sacramento, California. Keep safe.
Yeah.
Right. Very good.
Randy, John is right. Age is just a number. I had no intention of going to the Philippines or dating. She started talking, just wanting a friend. Changed my life. Wow.
Yeah.
Same as you, John.
There you
Yes.
go. Yeah.
Okay, next is Craig. Is this real? Yeah, it's real.
Yes.
Randy, some of the Randy said some of the best research doctor are located in the Philippines.
Yes, they are.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was
up
blown
and in.
away,
Yeah.
Esme, about one of your video about that doctor who discovered the
Yeah, the erythromycin.
erythromycin.
Yeah.
I
Amazing.
have no
Yes.
idea about it.
Yeah.
Me too.
So,
I just studied it. And Roger is if you think that I'm smart, no, I'm not. I'm not smart. I'm just talkative. For Roger, he's the one that is really intelligent. Like,
oh,
you don't know that? He was like, I don't know. I just read it. I was like that.
thanks to Roger.
Yeah, he's a smart guy, and I'm just talkative. That's it.
Mhm.
Oh, you're smart
Next,
too, Esme.
there
You
is
are very
some. Okay, BJ, I dumped a couple doctors in the state because I didn't like their attitude. Yeah, can you tell
Yeah.
us about the doctors in the state, John? Like what
Well,
are their
well,
personalities
I'm
compared?
in Canada, but the doctors in
Mm-hmm.
the West, I should say,
smart.
they've all got that
Mm-hmm.
attitude. "Oh, I'm the doctor. What are you asking me so many questions for?" Well, it's my
But
life.
John, they tried to answer
Yeah, they
questions.
try. I finally found a good doctor, and anytime I ask him something, he's like, "Oh my God." this guy knows what he's talking about. And I said, yeah, you know why? I'm married to a nurse. And he goes, oh, for
I
God's
think
sake.
it's the same anywhere in the
It's
world. When
anywhere in the
they,
world. Doctors sometimes, they're very smart, and I appreciate doctors, but some have that attitude. Don't ask me questions. I'm the one that's analyzing you.
but they
I'm
won't.
saying,
They will not
they won't say that to you, but
say
you
it
can
to
tell
you.
by their response that they're evading the answer.
Mm.
Now
Yes.
I say, hey, 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 I asked you something. What is it? What's that medication you're giving me for? Why do I have to take it? And what are the side effects? Oh, the pharmacist will tell you. I said, well, you should let me know. No, you're the one that's giving it to me.
Yes. There are doctors like that that
Yeah, they've got an
would not
attitude.
tell you. Yes.
No, they won't tell you anything. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Yeah.
Especially if you're in a public hospital here in the Philippines, like they don't really care about you, even though that you would die there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I've
that's
seen
true.
that as me because I worked in a public hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she worked in one there for a while.
Just
Oh, my friend,
unfortunate.
he died from Scotland. He died in a private hospital down there.
Mm. We've seen a
Because
lot.
his money was like me, his money was held up in the UK, but I'm in Canada. His was held up in the UK at the Allied Bank, which is PNB. Some mixed up with the paperwork. And they pushed him out the room into the hall on a gurney, and he died there because he had no money
Yes.
to keep paying for the medication that he was getting. I'm like,
That's a sad
oh,
truth about the Philippines.
I'm like,
Yeah.
hello, what's going on here? You know?
Yes. So, guys, if you have medication, you need to go to or pick a specific city that has good hospitals
Yeah,
for you to retire here in the Philippines,
yeah.
please.
Yeah,
Because,
I hear a lot about St. Luke's up in Manila. And
yes,
what's the one that Tsinghua something in Cebu? It's
Oh,
like
I forgot the name. It's a
it's
good.
oh,
I, eh,
it's an
taga
Asian
Cebu
name
mo taga,
anyway.
eh.
Yeah, you went there.
No, it was a different
Oh, it was
Uh,
a
hospital.
different one. Okay.
Yeah.
there's a Budok. We have Saint. Ay, lagot naman yun. Kalimot
Yeah,
ko.
there's a
I don't
couple of
have good
yeah.
it's in my
It's okay.
head. Let me just
But
check.
Cebu
Next
has
is
a lot of good hospital.
BJ, the dog give me leftovers. Yes, that's really common in the Philippines. You need to have leftovers for the dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the Filipino people.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. And I am the same way, John. I see a need they do not have to ask. I will take care of it.
Good.
Yay.
Way to
Thank.
go.
Yeah.
Right on.
And he MH1838, I love these two. Thank you so much. So
Thanks.
they love
Awesome.
you already.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is one John. That's terrible. You had to see that. I'm glad you guys made it through safe.
Ah, the
Yeah.
typhoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an eye opener, you know, because you read about it and hear about it on the news, but when you're actually in it, you go, "Oh my God!" Reality hits you like a freight
Real.
train. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yes,
whoa,
true. Especially if most of the houses in the Philippines are not typhoon proof.
yeah, they're washed
And
away with
Mm-hmm.
everybody in
yes,
it.
it's true.
You know?
So if you would retire here, Don, you need to have a typhoon earthquake proof house.
Oh, this
Yeah.
one we're getting,
Yeah. The one we're
it's ninety
building.
percent done right now.
Mm,
It's bomb proof.
we're building. We're building a
There's
new
no bomb.
one.
There's no bomb here.
But I mean, it's very
No.
very strong.
Yes, durable, I
Yeah,
would say.
yeah.
Durable.
Next,
Yeah.
Mark said, "What is their name? Will you drop the link?" Okay, so this is their channel, Jessa K channel, or you could go with BJ Jessa K channel. So BJ is already,
Thank you,
yeah,
babe.
Yeah,
subscribed.
yeah.
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 Awesome.
Next is um Timothy White. John, I was in the U.S. Navy for 22 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you so
That's a
much.
career.
Yeah.
That's a
Yes,
career.
thank you
Salute.
so much.
Yeah, I was in the
I
British
salute.
Navy, but I was only in there for a couple of years, and but I was on call after I left, and I won't say what I had to do, but I mean I was on special.
Ooh, you have this top secret.
Yeah,
Yes, they do have that top secret that they're
yeah,
trying to
but
hide.
it was travel to me. I loved it. I've traveled the Navy. I loved it. It was good.
Yeah.
MH1838 said, "What is a good province for an expat in the Cebu area?" What do you think, John? Have you been to Cebu in the province area?
Yeah, I've only been to Cebu City, and we were actually supposed to go and visit an aunt of Jessa. She lives in the
Yeah, I have an
province,
aunt. And they're loving it.
and they
They're
love it.
yeah.
They're keep inviting us to go down, and oh,
We
we'll do
will
it
go
someday.
there
But
once we
and you start finding it's weird. Wherever we went, she had a relative.
I have relatives all over the Philippines.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
Yeah, wow, that's nice. Me, I have relatives in Manila, Cebu, Mindanao, and Cagayan.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yes, for me, because we are a big family.
yeah.
Really big. Like my mom, my dad has 12 siblings, my mom has 7, and I don't want to go with the family tree, but yeah, we're big.
yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Next
Nice.
is BJ. At a funeral home, I have literally seen the employees ask the people there for the funeral to leave politely because they had another viewing to set up for death. It's a living.
Ooh,
Eh.
it's living. My God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Filipino perspective. Good morning, Esme and the guests. Good morning, Filipino perspective.
Filipino
Hi.
Hi.
perspective. Nice to see
Yes.
Thank you.
you here.
Next is Mark. I like John's accent. My great grandma is Scottish. Do you
Oh,
both live in the Philippines now or Canada? They say Canada, Mark?
uh, I'm in Canada temporarily right now, and once because the COVID sort of messed us up for traveling back for 2 years, but we're going to
We
go.
wanted
We
to
want
do the 6 month.
6 months and 6 months. We want to do eventually. Winter comes. Whoop! Bye bye
Yeah,
Canada.
we
Whoop,
don't like
Philippines.
winter.
The snow really gets to me. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah, it really makes you sick. For me, I guess one day there na. I can't
uh,
live there.
no.
No,
No, I'm not
It's
good
you
with
won't
the
like
cold
it.
weather.
uh,
No, you won't like it, is me.
yeah, it's very cold.
Um,
Glasgow.
Glasgow, I knew it. My grandmother is from Glasgow. Does John know any Bradleys? My great uncle was on the police force there.
I knew a
Glasgow.
Bill Bradley.
Oh.
Bill Bradley.
Bill
Hey!
Bradley. And I knew another guy. He called William. They call him Wassel was a nickname he had, and he was a boxer. So I knew two Bradleys in Glasgow. Yeah,
Wow.
Oh,
and I'm
I
from
think you
the
know BJ.
I'm from the south
there you
side.
go,
The south
BJ.
side, the famous Gorbals. You know where
Ah,
the Gorbals are. That's where I grew up. Yeah.
okay. John said, John looks like little like John Wayne, the actor. Wow.
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 Well,
Oh,
listen here, Pilgrim.
people used to call him James Bond.
Yeah.
Everywhere we go, when we
Yeah.
first
Oh God,
meet together, my God, in the Philippines.
James Bond.
James Bond.
I felt more like Brooke Bond
Because
advertising
you
team.
were big, big back then.
Oh yeah, now I'm scrawny.
Yes. It was, you
Already.
were wide before. Yes. Jenny K. Tara, thank you so much for supporting. Filipinas are appearing right now. God
Yeah.
bless you guys.
Thank you,
God bless
guys.
too. Filipinas perspective. How old is she?
I'm 35 now. I
Yes,
was
she's
21
35.
when I married this gentleman beside me.
Gentlemen, oh my God.
I have to say that. I was 21, guys, and he was 59 when we got married.
Yeah.
Now he's 73 and I'm 35.
Yeah,
Don't
at
tell
least that's
everybody
a
now I'm an
It's
antique.
okay.
Yeah, I'm an
We're
antique now,
open. We're
but
open.
it's okay, John. You still look young. Again, you look
oh
young.
come on.
No, I'm not teasing you out because I'm a
Oh, okay,
straightforward person.
it's me. The check's in the mail for saying that.
Not really. I don't really get my comments is just
I
pure
know. I love bugging
honesty.
Yeah,
people.
we know that it's me. Yeah.
Yeah. You really see our videos. I do what I think I can say is what I
Yeah,
say.
good.
And
Thank
Roger said that you're too straightforward. I don't think so. That's
You
just
have to
me.
be straightforward. You have to be straightforward. Yeah.
Next is Bruce. Hello, ask me, how do you feel about Davao City? My LDR is from there. Davao women are so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So you're so lucky. I think all women in the Philippines are beautiful, but Davao, yeah, feel like girls in Davao is a mix of province and city girls.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
they can easily adapt to everything. That's a good thing about Davao women.
Yeah.
Pro-
That's true. It's a nice
Mm-hmm.
city too, Davao.
Yeah.
yes, it's a mixed city. That's the reason why they're open-minded,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
which is good. Thank you so much for the greeting, Bruce. Oh, I'm in Winston-Salem. Shout out to Salem, North Carolina.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Winston-Salem. Yeah. Yeah. I
Oh,
used to have a condo down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. But
Wow.
it was nice down there. 60
It's
miles.
really nice. There's a lot of foreigners booking there, especially in summer. But by the way, John, I work in Expedia before. Expedia
Oh, the
Travels.
travel.
Yes.
Expedia
oh,
travel.
nice.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm the one that you would call like, hey, can you book me a ticket? Yeah,
Yeah.
I can book you a ticket. All right, we're talking about round trip. It's like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
So you're
So
used to
Expedia
talk to
travel. That's a
people
big outfit.
as me. You're very good in communication because of your job and everything.
maybe because
You were a teacher too.
yeah, I was a call center for 6 years and a teacher, English teacher for 3 years.
Mm.
See
Online
that
teacher.
experience. Wow.
Yes. But
Yeah.
I graduated business management, so it's not related to my
Yeah. The
college degree.
opposite
Oh
end.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's better for you. At least you accomplish what you want. I really want to be an architect, but I don't have the money.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand. Yes.
Architecture. I always wanted to be an architect when I was a kid. And
Oh, wow.
either that or a doctor. And look what I
A
ended up.
doctor, yeah, I
Oh,
can see
God.
that. Because he was even teaching me when I was studying
Oh,
nursing.
I had
He knows the
medical
terminologies.
encyclopedias you wouldn't believe at home.
He knows the nursing terminologies, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What are you?"
I had all the books that were yay
Yeah, he
thick
get books
by
when he's
Merck,
in
MERCK, Merck indexes
Merc.
for medical sciences. And our family doctor goes, where the heck did you get them? Those books are over $790 each. I said, yeah, I
back
know.
then.
That was
Back
back then.
then.
But I
Oh,
had
Because he
an
wanted to become a
awesome
doctor, but there's no
very
financially, I
expensive.
couldn't do it.
financial. Yeah,
You
Yeah,
know,
very expensive. Doctor is really expensive, of course.
yeah,
yes.
especially in the UK. My God.
Mm-hmm.
Filipinas perspective. Same here. I'm Cebuana too. Yes. Shout
Hey,
out to
shout out.
Cebuanas there.
Buenos. There
Yeah,
you go.
Cebuana
Yes.
for a
Tijuana
girl.
for a girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Timothy said, "Why currently Filipino is not my first. I was married to a Filipino for 20 years, 28, 23 years. I lost her to a stroke 2 years ago. Sorry to
Oh,
hear
God.
that, Timothy."
Gee
Yeah.
whiz. That's sad.
This is what the sad reality is. Like medical or like medicine here in the Philippines, hospitals here in the Philippines, even though there are chances that your patient is to live, they would try to kill it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there are chances that she would be living, but because of the medical or the equipments here in the Philippines is
Lack
not
of luck.
advanced.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Mm-hmm.
why that they are like they're already killed. They got their this experience. So
John, you were in a private hospital and you were paying a lot of money,
Oh,
but
God,
the
yeah.
infection,
The
your
infection
your
was getting
situation
worse.
was just
It's
getting
actually getting
worse. So
worse.
that's the problem.
that's a problem here.
Yeah.
I had to yell at the people in the airline. I won't say which one it was. I got in a big argument with some doctor that works for the airline, and he was questioning my ability to fly to Canada. He said,
Mm.
"Oh, we won't want you dying on a bloody plane." Oh,
Yes,
you know, on and on.
oh my
I
God.
say, "Hey, buddy,
Let's talk
uh,
about during the flight.
oh
I
God,
have my stethoscope with
oh,
me.
she was my nurse flying, my flying
I thought
doctor."
I thought John is not gonna make it to
Yeah,
Canada during that
it was
flight.
very touch and go when I landed here.
Mhm.
But you
He's a
know,
brave man, I would say.
Congrats, John. That
Yeah,
you really,
Survived
I
that
think it
flight.
scared the heck out of the pilot and the doctor. I said,
Yeah.
"You don't let me on this
I have to
plane."
lie. Like,
I
I
know
am a
what.
nurse. I'm his, and I wasn't a nurse that time
No,
yet.
but you had you were in your fourth
I
year.
was in my fourth year, so
Yeah,
I have to lie that I'm gonna take care of my husband. I
yeah,
would need to come to Canada. Oh, it was bad experience.
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
yeah.
you're not
That
gonna
was I had an
make
awful
it.
time getting a ticket. You didn't want to
Mm,
give me a
True.
ticket.
yeah,
It was terrible. I
but
thought I'm going to
anyway,
die in
we
the airport. You know.
we survived with that scenario.
Yes. So I hope, guys, that you would, guys that would retire here, I hope that everything would be okay for you in both medical, like health issues, because that's the
Yeah,
only problem here in the Philippines. Once you have a severe or a very serious health issue, you need to go back to your home country.
yeah,
That's it. Because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, in Davao there's a lot of good hospital in Davao and Cebu, but you don't have that. There are slim chance sometimes.
Right.
mm-hmm.
Next is my current Filipina is not my first. Okay, we're done with that.
Yeah,
Filipina
oh, yeah,
perspective. Will I single hope can find a nice guy heading to marriage? I
Yeah.
hope so. We pray for you, sister.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sister, Filipina sister.
Filipinas. Yeah. Well, you'll find somebody, and good
Hope
luck.
so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good luck.
Next is John. My grandmother and her family are from the Hamilton Hill area, north in Glasgow.
North End, up near Queens Park. I know exactly where that is. You
Oh,
know.
we
Yeah.
still have all
My my school was up there. Maybe she's
memories.
heard of the high school called Strathbungo. Strathbungo
Right.
I
School.
I think you know BJ's grandmom.
Oh, you never know. What the
You
heck?
never know. There's chances. Yes,
Yeah.
even though the West is really big, there
Oh,
are chances.
All right.
see, you know what? The world is very, very small. When I
Yes.
first came to Canada, I'm walking down the street and I get into my car and I'm driving down Yonge Street, which is the major street in Toronto, and I see this massive big Plymouth car come up. Now, Plymouth is for the police, right? And all of a sudden, this guy, he's wearing a suit and he goes, beep, 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 beep. He's looking at me like, and he holds up a badge and went, pull over, pull over. And I'm like, the hell did I do? I'm thinking, what did I do? I'm obeying the speeds and I'm not doing anything wrong. Pull over and he goes, hey, show me your license. I says, why? I need a Scottish accent. He says, why? He says, I remember you when you were 9 years old driving your stepfather's taxi up and down Glasgow, you little shit. Oh, sorry. But he says, I'm only joking. I know you got a license driving here in Canada. The guy transferred from Scotland and became a detective in the
uh,
area where I was living in north of Toronto. I
Wow.
thought, oh my God, to run into somebody like that. Oh, God.
So the small
I
is
said, how could you
the world is
recognize me? He
small.
says, the only thing different is
I
you're
guess.
1.5 times your height and you got a mustache at that time. He says, I
mm,
still remember you. I went, oh. I said,
you
how's my
know,
driving?
John. The only thing that would never change us, even though that age would really be there, our eyes. Our
Yeah,
eyes would not change.
yeah.
Yes. So that's the reason why maybe he noticed you.
Weird. He
I
pulls me
guess.
over in the main road. I'm like, what the heck is this all about? What did I do? You know?
That's a good story, John.
Oh,
And
there's a
I
lot of.
have we will be ending the live at 11:30. So guys, if you have questions to John and Jessa, please do comment down below. So my question, John, to you is like when it comes to the age gap thing. This
Mhm.
is what I want to ask. I'm really a bit curious. Like, was Jessa mature? Like most of the time, men would think that
Mm,
okay, she's still at the age that they would wander around, they want to
yeah,
Yeah.
travel. Yes. So
that's a
was
good question.
Jessa in the relationship mature? Like,
Yes, she was very mature because, well, she was studying teaching anyway in the first place. And to me, that's a big jump in anyone's life to take a 4 year university course. And I felt, whoa, beauty and brains. I'm like, whoa, I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. And I says, maybe she's blind because look at me.
No way. John, at
Not
age
really.
9.
Yeah.
He was a
Not really.
good-looking man
Yeah,
when
it
we
was.
were.
Like
Well,
that.
was
Past
Do
tense.
you
Tense.
do you agree, just said that Filipinas, if it's a foreigner, we always think, oh, they look good.
yes,
Do you agree to that? Because
yes.
they don't think so. Because most of us,
Oh
if
God.
we think that it's a foreigner, we always think, oh, he's handsome. We always think that way, right?
Yeah,
Because they
Yes.
have long nose.
I
Mm-hmm,
heard
mm-hmm.
that a lot of times. I'm walking down the street and I says, "What the hell are these people shouting at me? Guapo,
I had a
guapo." I
hard
says,
time
"What the
with
hell's
that with
guapo?"
John when we first get married because
Yes.
girls are all
Oh,
over. Hmm.
she's very, very jealous.
Believe me, John,
Yes.
SB, one time you were already in your late 60s. I was in the post office. He was standing out
Uh,
in the parking area. You were leaning on our car in on the
yeah,
van,
yeah.
and these two young girls. I think I was already in my late 20s, turning 30 that time. And these young girls, oh my God, they were giggling around to get John's number, and they have no idea I was the wife. And he was already in his late 60,
Oh,
60s.
yeah.
You were turning 70.
They're going,
Uh,
you ask his number. You know, you ask his number.
They were giggling around to get his number. I was like, oh my God. And Jen was just leaning on the car and doing some stuff on the phone. And he has no idea that there were girls already are trying to.
yeah.
Oh well.
Pitch him.
Oh my God, it's just crazy.
There's a lot there. So how did you try to refuse temptation, John? There's a lot of women that would really, guys, and this is all foreigners.
Yeah,
A
Yeah.
lot of women would try to temptate you. So how did you
yeah.
stick to one, John?
Well,
Well, what?
to tell you the honest
I
truth,
have no
I had
comment.
I had a rubber neck. You know what that means? Wow, look at that. Oh my God, she's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
there's
Oh
a
my,
lot of
oh wow.
beautiful
And they're waving out and I'm going, oh God,
Filipinas.
she's hot. You know, and I'm like, oh, Jessa looking at it, quit looking. I says, okay.
Yes.
There's no
So
harm in
how
looking.
did you try to not be tempted by the
Uh,
beauties of
well, I always
Filipinas?
hung out with Jessa. But even then, they're sitting in a coffee shop. Somebody walk by and go, and they go, what the hell is that? And then Jess will say, hey, that's my husband. And they go, ooh, ooh.
Have
And
you
they
tried
take off.
to date one of those?
No comment.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's me, but
Yes, I
There's a
know.
couple of
but
real
we
beautiful looking
survived. We
girls. And I'm like,
survived. It was good.
oh my God. No, 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 no,
I
no, 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 no.
survived on that part
I
of
don't
our
want to be,
marriage.
I don't know.
How about you, Jessa? I have a question for you. And this is the most common question because Filipinas are really jealous. Like we get jealous by just even though the most ugliest girls
Yeah.
around are men.
I know
They
Oh, yeah.
yes.
how I survived with that.
Tell her about the
Yes.
restaurant when I was in the motorcycle
Oh,
club.
the worst thing
Oh
I've
my God.
done about jealousy was John got invited, and it was just
It was
men.
40
It was
guys.
yeah, just
40
guys
guys.
thing.
I'm the only
They got a,
foreigner.
they had a party and
It
only
wasn't a
for
party, it was a CBO meeting
oh yeah, it
in a
was a CBO
restaurant.
because he was a member of an organization, and so it's just no girls
Yeah.
were there.
All guys.
So they went to a restaurant, and my God, you know what I did is me. I called the owner of the restaurant.
Albert. Yeah,
Because we know
Albert.
the owner of the restaurant,
Albert and Rose.
Uh,
Albert. I said, "Hey, Albert, can you tell me the truth? Are there any girls there?"
And
and
she
you know,
didn't
I
believe him.
didn't believe him. I went there.
So I'm sitting there and I'm at one end of the table. And this guy, he's one of the members, he goes, hey, hey, hey,
Is that
John,
your?
John, look across the
I was
street.
hiding
And it
behind
was
the
dark.
truck.
It was 10 o'clock at night. He said, look across the street. I think that's your wife behind that van. I said, what the hell are you talking about? And she's going like this, like
she's being a detective.
Yes,
she's
being
peeking
a
around the
detective,
van
yeah.
in the dark. And I'm like, oh
I
my
wanted to
God.
make sure there are no girls there.
Yeah, because boys now night out, there are sometimes strippers that would be invited for the
Yeah.
entertainment of the party. It
Yeah,
just
but this was an open restaurant, and it was like a roll-up door. And there was a room for about 100 people in it,
Wow.
and it was just
We,
a
we've
club
been
meeting.
through a lot. Both sides.
okay.
I,
And next is go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
no, I'm saying I laugh at her when she was jealous. So I said, way to
No,
go!
I'm older enough now. I'm matured enough now.
Oh,
But
it was
but
funny.
you still get jealous,
Yeah,
right?
oh yeah. It was
A
funny.
little bit.
One day I knew the guy that owned another restaurant and we're talking. He didn't speak too well in English, but all these waitresses were really, really nice looking girls. So one day I was in the park and I see this trike they use
Oh
for
yeah.
deliveries. And the owner, I didn't know he was there. I said, "What's he doing?" And these two girls are, John, come here, come here. I go over and I says, "Oh, Ernie, Ernie, your wire's off your spark plug." And
You
she
were
says,
helping Arnie.
what is, and nobody could see him because he's in the cab leaning under the engine, right? And he's sort
Yeah.
of, just his feet are sticking out the bike one side. And these two girls are beautiful. They're talking to me and laughing, and they're telling Ernie what to do with a wire because he kicked it when he
What
got on the bike.
happened? My friend called me. I
Yeah,
have eyes everywhere.
she's got the FBI agents everywhere in town. So as soon as I got home, she's like this. I says, who? What? She says, who are those two girls you were talking to me in the park? I said, oh, what two girls? I have eyes
Yeah.
everywhere. I went, that's the waitresses for Ernie. What the heck's the problem? She says, my friend seen it and she phoned me right away. John's in the park picking up two beautiful looking women. I said, what the hell are you talking about? Picking them up. All they could see is me talking to these two girls.
Yeah.
They couldn't see him
I was
in the
very
sidecar.
jealous, I would
Oh
say,
God,
in our first year of marriage. 4 years, maybe.
jealous! My God.
But
Yes,
eventually, I,
you adapted to it.
yeah.
You look in
Yes.
the dictionary under the word jealous. You
Because,
see a picture.
I never had any. He's my first relationship, right? So I have no idea
So
how to handle stuff like that. So,
Uh,
yeah, I guess so. He was your like I would say that's your experience with him.
yeah.
yeah. Mm.
Next is John Vinsky. Is it safe to bring a dog to Philippines? I don't know. There's a lot of restrictions.
Remember that
There's
Canadian
too
vlogger?
too many restrictions, and there's
Yeah.
one guy actually took a dog from the Philippines
To
to
Canada.
Canada, and
But
it was vice versa, the other way around, and the dog had to get quarantined. But you know what? If you take a dog to the Philippines, I wouldn't advise it. First of
Yes.
all, the temperature differences. I don't know where you live, but the heat for a dog that's not born in that country
yeah,
is
it's
going to
sad
be
for the
it's
dog.
going to be bad for the dog. And the how would you say the care and control of dogs down in the Philippines is practically non-existent in some areas. Yet dogs are running around in wild packs and maybe rabies, who knows? And
Yeah,
I think you'd
it's
have a hard time bringing a dog into the Philippines. Really, that's my honest opinion.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's I would say there's a lot of
I
restrictions.
I wouldn't advise it. I would not advise it.
Next is BJ. If you're with the right woman, there is no temptation, only eye candy.
That's what I say at a rubber neck going, oh my God, she's hot. Oh, wow.
And that's just common for men. Even
Yeah,
Roger and me. Yes.
yeah.
mm,
There are some times that Roger would like me holding Roger hands. So like women would like, "Hi, are you blind? Can you see me?"
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
like the same scenario, Jessa. So
yeah.
Okay.
it's up to them if they would be tempted or not.
Right.
That's true.
Yes, not a party. It was a meeting. That's what we all say, John.
The
No,
big
honestly, it was. I, honestly, God, BJ, I'm not joking.
No,
I was
he's just joking with you. He's good at joking, John. Don't.
I was the only foreigner in this group of 8,500 members, and they made me the road captain because I was a crazy guy on a motorcycle, and that was a motorcycle group.
Motorcycle group,
Volunteers going
yeah.
all over the province, Leyte and Samar,
Samar.
and it was a civic brotherhood organization. It was called,
Civic
and
Brotherhood,
they made me the road captain, so had to attend every meeting.
yeah.
And it was like
Mm.
a
So
group
it's
of maybe
good
40, 50.
experience.
We're going to go to Giwan, or we're going to go to
And that's
Ormoc, things
another
like that.
reason why he stayed in the
Yeah,
Philippines.
it was,
He had all kinds of friends.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of good friends. Yeah,
That's
it
great
was
to
fun.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that if you have lots of friends here in the Philippines, it would really make you want to stay
Yeah,
more in the
yeah,
Oh.
Philippines.
yeah.
Yes. DJ say, joke lang.
Joke lang. Yeah, I understand that. Joke lang.
Joke lang.
Yeah, he is learning actually Bisaya words coming
Yeah,
from
Right.
us.
Ah,
So
nice.
yeah, he's as I said, he's one of our OGs and he is really a jokester.
really
That's what I
good.
can say.
That's
Yes.
good.
That's the way to be.
Mhm.
So, any good advices from people that are in the LDR and they're still, this is new for them to date a Filipino, John? What can you advise them?
In a long distance relationship, it's kind of hard for both people because she's in the Philippines,
We
you're in
experienced
wherever you
that.
are. We did it for 5 months. Put it that way.
No, it was over a
Yeah,
year, John. I
yeah, I
was still
know.
in college.
Yeah, but I mean, it was 5 months
Ah,
before I
that's
met
before.
you,
Yeah.
and that's a long distance relationship to get
Yeah.
knowing you. And then it was kind of hard because you're full of doubts and questions and what the heck, she's probably got a boyfriend I don't know about, and she's thinking, oh, he's got a girlfriend I don't know about. Things like that cross your mind, and that's natural. You get self doubt, and then you start questioning yourself. You go, oh, for God's sake, what am I doing? And am I really up to this? I'm going to move to another country with this girl. I haven't even met her yet, or maybe I have met her.
Okay, how did you know I was
I,
genuine?
I,
Like,
just the way you spoke to me, I can read, not
mm,
minds, but I can read behind. Like
oh,
I
okay.
analyze people when I'm talking. I'm going,
Yeah.
Wow.
wait a minute.
So you
I've,
would really feel that.
I've got a sixth sense when it comes to talking to people, if
Okay.
it's
So
genuine or not. And plus, I had a group of 5 questions I asked
so
her,
it's always depends, John,
and
on you
that
guys.
made me think
To,
even more towards Jessa. I had
Yes.
5 questions in particular, and
oh,
it made my mind up. I said, yeah, she's the one. She's number one.
oh,
I would say a genuine Filipina would not always do a first move. They would
right.
always wait.
Oh no, they won't
Yeah.
say hi, call me. You
No,
know,
they don't do that.
don't
That's
do that.
one.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I've never done that. It
No,
was John really pushed
I was the
his.
one that chased her. I was like, here's my
Yeah.
email, here's my phone number, call me collect. And before she even got a chance to do an email, I was emailing her. You know, and me and computers, it's like, where's the W? Oh, there it is. You know,
Hmm.
Uh, I was anxious to get to meet her, and
Correct.
Yes, and I would say that's the authentic way of finding a wife material.
yeah,
Because most, this is what is the trait of Filipinas. They don't really do the first move. They don't say hi. They don't chat to you if you chat first.
yeah.
That's a Filipina.
Oh,
Right,
I
right.
know, because
Yeah.
even after I seen her online, I went, wow, she's cute. I went, wow, I'm going to talk to this girl. I
You
said, hi,
initiated. Yeah.
my name's John. And she just looked at me like, can you hear me? Hello, my name is John. I'm in Canada. And
It
she
was a
nodded.
bad
And I
connection.
went, oh, God, did she speak English? Is the volume off? What the heck? I began to say, what the heck's going on here? I was like, but then she says, okay. I went, okay, all right, email.
Oh, 11:30
Phew.
now.
Yes, almost 11:30. And John, I'd say you're lucky. I was in LDR with a Filipina. She was so jealous. She said she didn't want me to have Filipino friends.
Oh
That's
my
Oh,
God.
different too. That's different too. That's not good.
No, that's a little
Okay.
bit too much.
As in male Filipino friends.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
That's already
because
possessive.
yeah, they lead you away.
no, you can't do that.
Okay, what were the five questions you
Oh,
asked her?
I'm
Oh well,
interested.
A lot already, sorry.
It's
well,
okay.
it's 5 questions. I said like, what are you looking for in your life? Mainly, what are your plans with your education? She said, "Well, I'm going to be a teacher." I went, "Number one, do you want to leave the Philippines?" No. What do you live with your family? Yes. Do you have a boyfriend or have you ever
No.
had a boyfriend? No. Wow. Uh,
The last one?
would you ever want to come to Canada?
No, I have no
No,
intention
no
of
intention. So I says,
coming.
well, she's not one of those you hear people say, oh, she's only after you if you're American, a green card, or
No,
in
I have no intention
Canada,
of
a
going
Canadian.
outside the
She no.
Philippines.
So that said to me, well,
I think
she's
it's
genuine about
I
meeting
think it
me.
was the no boyfriend.
Yeah, that was number one. Though. Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. So I guess guys, we're already time.
Oh, okay.
Time's
Yes.
up.
Thank you so much for you joining, both of you joining our live today. And thank you so much for celebrating my birthday. I had
Yeah,
a good time talking to both of you.
Oh,
we
thank
enjoyed it too. It's
yes, and
really
thank you
good.
for having us,
Yeah.
Esme. We're
Yes.
happy.
Can you promote your channel, please?
Yes, guys, so please support Jessa K channel because it's not just going to be about relationships and marriages, and it's I called it now a new variety show, guys, because we're gonna talk a lot of stuff in
Yeah,
there.
different things. And if you've got any
Yeah,
questions you want to ask,
we're gonna do
we'll
live
answer it.
streaming. I think
You know?
soon, maybe I don't know, but yeah, because we're open now because there's things happened in our life this year. Three members
Oh,
of the
good Lord.
family had
Yeah.
passed away,
Yeah.
one here and two back in the Philippines, and we
Yeah.
realized, like, my God, I always wanted to. I love making videos and everything, like photo photos and
So
so
enjoy.
Editing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love making videos. Even YouTube are not is wasn't popular yet, and I realized I was like, oh, I think we should enjoy John.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
and we love watching YouTube videos as well.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how it comes up.
I did
We
not
love
have a
seeing
clue.
reality in life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
My
didn't have a
con
clue what vlogs were until she showed me. It says, and
yeah,
I get hooked on watching certain people, and I'm, whoa, these guys have got good subjects, and I'm going, wow, that's a good idea. Not a
yeah.
good idea, but it was like, it was interesting to me because I didn't know about down where certain people
And
live or up
yeah,
wherever they live. And I'm learning as I'm listening.
yeah. And this is not going to be like because being here in Canada is me. I get lonely as well. There's so many
course.
Where am I?
no, I miss my family
I
back
know,
home
I know what
sometimes.
you mean. I'm only
Yeah,
joking.
and I enjoyed talking to people online, and
Hmm.
I realized I was like, oh my god, there's so many single men here in, I think,
Yeah,
men or
I
women,
keep
and
telling them, get on the plane,
some of
buddy.
them get lonely. If you guys get sad, lonely, and come and subscribe to our channel because I think we're gonna do live streaming as
Well,
well,
it's
and
not a dating
we're
site. We can just
open.
tell you about the
Yeah,
Philippines.
we're open to talk to you guys when you get
Yeah.
sad or whatever. Just join with us. We're here.
Okay.
We don't have
Just good vibes. Good
yeah,
vibes.
it's good
Yeah.
vibes, and we don't have
Yes.
kids. We just get bored sometimes, and we wanted to talk to people now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
okay. I do understand. So thank you so much, guys.
thank you.
And yes, thank you for joining all of you. Thank you for joining our live stream today. And thank you for supporting Jessa's channel.
Yeah,
Thank
Timothy
thank
you.
you
just
guys.
subscribed.
Thank
And
Uh,
you.
my condolences to the family, Jessa. I
yeah.
hope everything's okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you so much. Have a good night, both of you.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Bye,
Good
Thank
night,
you.
guys.
Bye
everybody.
bye.
Or
Bye.
good
Good
morning, everybody,
night.
wherever you
Yeah.
are.
Have a good night. Peace.
Thank you. Bye now. Bye.